Hey guys, it's Kate and it's time for another speed build. I decided to build a Mediterranean mansion on a 50 by 40 lot in Del Sol Valley. I was planning to build something that is very Mediterranean and just has a very kind of a summer feel to it, and I thought that Del Sol Valley would definitely be the perfect world to build this in. I just recently built something in Oasis Springs, so I kind of felt like building in another world, so Del Sol Valley was the obvious choice in my opinion. Also, I'm just so excited for Strangerville, and the new world in Strangerville is a desert world, just like Oasis Springs. It's different from Oasis Springs, but it kind of has the same vibe to it in my opinion. It's a desert, so I kind of felt like building in Del Sol Valley because let me tell you, next week there are going to be a lot of Strangerville videos on this channel. I just can't wait for this pack. Today I already caught a little glimpse watching the Amazing Game Changers videos because I was very curious how the build and buy objects would look like and what's going to be new in this pack. I kind of promised myself to avoid spoilers because while I am a builder at heart and I'm not really playing that often because I just don't have time and I'm just living in build mode, you could say. In this case, I really wanted to play the story and explore it myself because I don't know, I just love the X-Files, for example. I love mysteries like this and just like some type of government conspiracy. Maybe there are even aliens involved and stuff. This is just something that I really enjoy personally. So I definitely plan to play the story and explore it myself. So I really want to avoid spoilers, but I still wanted to know what's new when it comes to build items, so I could just kind of develop some ideas for Tuesday already. But I read on Twitter an hour ago or something that SimGuru Kate said that there are a lot of major spoilers in the debug object. So in case you want to access the debug menu and want to explore the new items, be aware that there are some major spoilers connected to these items. So I think I won't be able to avoid spoilers completely personally, because I won't be able to stay away from these objects. I just want to explore anything that is new for building when it comes to this pack. I will just stay away from the descriptions and just stay away from all that. So I will just take a look at what's new and what I could build with it. But let's talk about this build here. I built this on a 50 by 40 lot, and I don't even know if this is more Italian or Spanish looking or something. I was just going for something that has a Mediterranean vibe to it, as I said, but I think it turned out quite cool. It just looks so friendly and happy. It just reminds me of summer, and it's just so, I don't know, just such a friendly, beautiful mansion. I used a lot of these little palm trees and a lot of colorful flowers to make it look even more friendly. And here I am creating a little patio area, you could say, so your Sims can sit on the outside. And I included multiple of these in this build. The special thing about this is that I used the Get Famous arches and placed them in a way to kind of block it off. So from the outside it almost looks like it's part of the interior, but it's not. So this way the whole design of the house is very open. It feels like you're connected to the exterior, to nature, to the outside. So this makes it even more friendly and Mediterranean. And to place the arch, I simply added a basement underneath and attached the arch to the wall of the basement. This way you can fit an object better, because if it's too high and it doesn't really fit, you can just hide it in the basement and you raise it up until it fits perfectly. I have also used this method in the past for custom garage doors in combination with foundations. It's a little trick that you can use for a lot of things, but most of the time you really want to make sure that you attach the object to the wall in the basement, because otherwise it kind of looks weird. It just kind of looks like a dark gray or black, as if it's in some type of shadow and it's just glitching. So you always want to make sure that it's attached to the wall in the bottom, at least for most of the object. But you can just try and see what works, whatever you are trying to achieve and what type of object you are using. You can also use this method for classic doorways that you can just attach at the bottom. You can this way just add them to a wall. So the hole of the doorway where your Sims can actually walk through is hidden in the basement, and you can just size up the doorway and raise it up a little, so you just have a little doorway as some type of wall decoration to frame another window or something, for example, and it just looks fancy and very cool. But you don't have the actual hole in the wall because this is just hidden in the basement, and most of the time this is not annoying at all. And even if you want to add a proper basement and play with it, you can just happily ignore the part of the basement where you just added these type of objects. It's a cool method in my opinion. So at this point you can really see the shape of the house. The house has an L shape, and I just added the little patio at the front, but generally I would say it has a L shape. At first I wanted to add a 2-story tower on the left side, but then I kind of didn't like what it looked like. And for the landscaping, there isn't a proper garden in the back, but there is this little square in the front where Sims can just hang out and have a barbecue. So this is technically the garden, you could say. I also added a little fire pit on the right side, as you will see, and I used a lot of flowers on the exterior. I really wanted this to look very happy and friendly, and I think you can achieve this look, this kind of Mediterranean summer feel, by using a lot of flowers. And I, as always, used a lot of rocks to kind of hide the slope and to make the landscaping more interesting. And I used these type of trees, these slim, high, tall trees. I forgot what they are called, but these really nailed the Mediterranean look in my opinion. When you add these to a build like this, it really ties it all together and makes it look very Mediterranean. And I decided to kind of smooth out a part of the terrain on the right side so the Sims can actually walk down. And if you are curious about the curved path in the front, I made a tutorial about this in the past. I'm going to link it down below. I think that a curved path like this always looks unique and interesting, and depending on the build it can really add a lot. And you can just build it by using some rounded foundations. You just have to place them in the right way and connect them all, and then it looks really cool. I'm going to link it down below, as I said, in case you want to recreate a path like this. And I used a lot of spandrels in this build. A couple of builds ago, I think it was when I built the Victorian mansion, maybe I kind of mentioned that I feel like I always neglected spandrels. These add so much, but I never really used them a lot. And here I decided to combine the base game palm tree plant with a jungle adventure vase. So I simply placed the jungle adventure vase, I placed the plant inside, raised it a little so it looks like it has a different type of vase, because I felt like these type of plant trees are really perfect for a build like this, but I wasn't really feeling the default vase, and this one just looks so much more Mediterranean. And these lamps are part of the Toddler stuff pack, and these are just perfect for any type of dreamy lights on the exterior. I also used these in my wedding venue build. These are just perfect for something like this. I think the essence of a build like this is that you want to spend a lot of time on the outside as well. These countries have very hot, gorgeous, lovely weather, so it's perfect to spend a lot of time on the outside. So I really tried to put a lot of love on the front section where your Sims can hang out and actually spend some time on the outside. And Delta Valley again is perfect for this because it's not really that cold there, it's not snowing there, it's a very hot climate. Not as hot as Oasis Springs probably, but it's still perfect for this type of build. And this is also why I kind of wanted the house to be so open and connected to the outside, because in a build like this, realistically, you don't really want to close the windows and shut out nature. You kind of really want to enjoy what's on the outside and enjoy the lovely weather. And here I'm starting to work on the back. I, of course, use the same windows and just generally the same kind of style, so it all looks cohesive and beautifully. And I used a lot of shelf to create some custom freezers. I felt like I wanted to add a little bit of more dark brown, which is really crucial for this type of build in my opinion. It's the combination of the very warm reddish brown with the orangey tones and some type of terracotta colors that really makes it look Mediterranean. The irony is that I have been to Italy once, but only for skiing, so I never saw any of these beautiful builds that you can see in Italy. It's such a beautiful country, but I just went there for skiing, so it kind of felt like being in Austria because it was in the very north of Italy, so it kind of feels like being in Austria. And here I'm working on the little patio area, and I decided to build the dining room there because it kind of made sense to me that you have the option to either sit in the dining room on the inside, or you just step to the outside immediately and you can dine on the outside on the patio, so it's kind of connected. And now it's time for a big thank you. Thank you so much for 10k subscribers on this channel. Thank you to all of my subscribers. Thank you to anyone who supports me, who shares my builds, who likes, who retweets, just anything. Thank you so much for your support. You have no idea how much all of this means to me. And when I started this channel, I never really expected to see this number because it's something that you hope for, even though it's not all about the numbers. Of course it's not, but it's still something that you kind of hope for, but it's like kind of like a dream come true, I have to say. I never expected this, and I'm just so happy. I still stare on this number and I just still can't believe it. I'm so over the moon. I mentioned this in one of my earlier videos, I think, but I kind of very spontaneously decided to start this channel kind of on a whim. I always had one kind of big hobby in my life. In my free time, I used to run a gaming community. I mentioned this before. It was a international gaming community. It was all about variety gaming, all kinds of different games, but mostly Counter-Strike and Arma 3 and stuff like this mostly. So it was a lot of fun, but then kind of was over at some point. And then I felt like finding something new, some type of hobby, some type of project, but honestly I never expected this to be so much more, because honestly this is just so much more than just some random hobby. It just means so much to me and it's just the best thing ever. I'm a lifelong simmer. I have been playing since Sims 1. And it's always been my favorite game. I also enjoy playing other games, but I am always coming back to The Sims. It's always been like this ever since Sims 1 was released. I just love this, so it kind of means so much to me, and I also like to just be generally creative, and then I figured it would be a lot of fun to just create some videos and just see how it all goes. And I would have never imagined that it all kind of gets so big this fast, and I'm just so grateful, and I honestly don't even know what to say other than thank you so much. And maybe you already know what's coming now, but it's of course time for a giveaway, a 10k celebration thank you giveaway. This is a fancy name, this is what I'm going to call it. No, but it's time for a giveaway, and there are going to be two winners. One winner is going to win the brand new Stranger Will, and another winner is going to win a expansion pack of their choice. So how can you join? You simply have to type either join Stranger Will into the comments or join EP or join expansion pack. This way I know if you are entering for Stranger Will or for an expansion pack, because I felt like if I would simply draw two winners and then randomly assign who of them is going to win an expansion pack and who is going to receive Stranger Will, it doesn't really make a lot of sense, because the winner might have all expansion packs already and would have preferred to have Stranger Will, or someone would have loved to have an expansion pack and is not interested in Stranger Will, for example. So I felt like that this kind of makes a lot of sense, and I'm going to use the website commonpicker.com to draw two random winners. The giveaway starts now with this video and you can enter, and the last chance to enter is Friday the 1st of March 11 a.m. PT, and I'm going to announce the winner in a video on Saturday, March the 2nd. So I wish you guys a lot of luck in case you want to join, and of course I'm also going to include all the information about the giveaway in the description box, so you just kind of have a overview again. As you saw, I started to work on the interior, and I tried to make the interior look Mediterranean and also luxurious, because I felt like it's a proper mansion and I kind of wanted to make the interior look authentic, so it goes well together with the exterior. And I changed a lot of stuff up and colors and just kind of tried to make it work. I'm also going to go back later to this dining room and change a couple of things up. And here I decided to use some spandrels to create some custom doorways, which is a very simple and cool thing to do if you want to make the interior look a little bit more exciting and unique. You simply add a spandrel to a wall, add some columns, and then you just kind of replace the wall where it's missing. So you have your little custom doorway. And this is the kitchen. I tried to make the kitchen not too big. We all know that I'm kind of recovering from building kitchens that are way too big. So I decided to have a decent sized kitchen, and I went with the counters that are part of the vampire pack. I felt like that this color goes well with all the very brown and orangey tones, so there's a lovely contrast and it still feels kind of Mediterranean. And I added a little mirror to this area there and a little island counter so your Sims can eat something in the kitchen quickly. And as you saw, the dining room is directly attached to this, so your Sims don't have to walk far or something. And this house is really big, and I really built this as some type of family mansion. There are 4 kids' rooms, 2 of them are pink and 2 of them are blue, and there's 1 master bedroom. There are 4 bathrooms in total, and 1 bathroom belongs to the master bedroom because the master bedroom is a ensuite, so the parents have their own little bathroom, which is always a good thing, I guess. And I added these beautiful curtains to these windows. The windows in the living room are part of cats and dogs, I think, but I felt like that these go so well together with this type of style because, as I said, I really wanted to keep it all open and really connected to the outside, and these were just perfect. And this is one of the bathrooms. Again, I decided to use a lot of warm and orangey colors, and I combined them with these columns, which are green, so there is a little pop of color, but the rest of the colors are pretty much neutral, I would say. I at first wanted to use a green rock, but then I felt like that this would be a little bit too much color-wise, so I removed it. So only the columns and a plant is like a little green pop of color, which is always a good thing. And I tried to keep it modern, but I feel like the colors, this beautiful terracotta color kind of makes it still Mediterranean and a little bit rustic. So the whole interior, it's not really that modern, but also not that rustic. It kind of has a cool mix going on, I think, and it kind of fits to the outside. And I use the doors that are part of Seasons. I just love these doors. I think for the inside, these are my favorite doors of all time. And I really love that the interior has one kind of formal living room when you want to entertain guests, but there's also another living room if you just want to hang out as a family and want to watch TV. I added a little bar there, so there's just so much space. And as you can see, I added a little hallway right at the entranceway. And the reason is because it's so open that I still kind of wanted to section off the hallway so there's a proper door for your Sims to enter. Even though many of the windows are very open, I kind of felt like it would be weird if there's literally just a doorway to walk into the house. I felt like there just needs to be a proper door because otherwise it's kind of weird, so I sectioned this off. And this is the formal living room that I mentioned before, where you can just have some guests over and just hang out. So in the center, right in front of the sofas, there is just a beautiful fireplace. I did not add a TV to this room. Of course you could if you kind of feel like having a second TV, but I deliberately kind of divided the TV area with this type of area if you have someone over, and this is the bar that I mentioned. And I used a combination of these curtains that are part of movie Hangout stuff, which is kind of surprising. When I started using them in this build, at first I didn't really pay attention to which pack they belong, and then I noticed and I was surprised. I kind of didn't remember that there are like some classic type of white curtains part of this pack. Is always surprising. There's always something new to explore, especially with all the color swatches. And only recently I started to kind of sort by colors. I saw this in a Samarki stream and I have no idea why I never noticed. I have been sorting by pack for ages, but I kind of always ignored the color option. I never noticed, but it's like the best thing ever. It's so convenient. I just love Samarki. She's so talented. I'm sure you all know her. If not, go check her out. she's just amazing, and her streams are so inspiring and amazing. And it was just one of these little things that I noticed, and I thought, yeah, why don't I sort by color? This would make my life so easier. If you are like, I don't know, let's say you are designing a room and you just really think, okay, I need a blue picture, then just go to the picture section, to the painting section, sort by blue, and you will find what you are looking for. This is what I'm doing here, because I was going for a kind of soft pastel purple and pink look for this room. I still try to have a combination for this kid's room, so I want to have some pink or purple pop of colors to make it look like a typical classic girls room, you could say, but I still want to use a lot of dark brown to kind of continue the very rustic theme here, and I try to switch it up and make them a little bit different. And this is almost it, guys. This speed build is slowly coming to an end. As always, this build is fully furnished and available in the gallery. I'm going to include all the information down below, including all the packs that I used, so you can find it and use it if you want to. And I am also going to include all the information for the giveaway. Again, you can win either an expansion pack of your choice or the brand new Strangerville, but you can check out the description box and see for yourself. And again, good luck to anyone who wants to enter. I also included some screenshots at the end of the video. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If so, please like and subscribe. I hope that you will have a fantastic week, and I hope I see you in the next video. Bye bye.